Okay, so as part of the second half of today's masterclass, I'd like to introduce a company working in totally uncharted territory, opening up a new market segment in IoT. BILIANA K make connected art that can be seen as a new dimension in this emerging technology space. And connected art is expected to become a fundamental part of the growing trend for smart homes and smart cities. BILIANA K has adopted a single prototype market behavior. This is based on an emerging hybrid of connected art, and the company is patent pending in the USA. Now, BILIANA K will introduce in this presentation a new concept of connected art and showcase for the first time an end-format artwork application.
Thank you, David. Hello, everybody. As David said, it's kind of an uncharted territory. However, I feel very comfortable in it, so I would like to share with you some further information and details about what I'm doing and what the company is doing and where it sees itself and where it wants to, what it wants to become and where it wants to go. So the company is based on my personal artistic experience and research over decades of the state of dematerialization. But it has always been a process that took place almost exclusively in the art world up to 2016. With the progress over the years, the artwork has become essentially digital, with the first digital painting that I did in 2004 and first digital sculptures done in 2007. The process of digitization is seen as a visual rupture that literally destroys the traditional codes of visual representation. Inevitably, over time, this path brought me to establish an artistic practices based on fully automated mechanical and technological digital data process that define the actual artwork off the limits of the traditional visual representation. And in 2016, the first digital sculpture in augmented reality application took place. Looking at it at that moment of time, a sense of uncertainty started to grow about how to define what it is and what exactly it meant. The questions were disturbing and exhilarating at the same time. First, what do you do with an artwork that is totally immaterial and intangible, in full technological format, and with no visual content whatsoever? Second, how do you show and communicate an artwork in application format at the galleries and the museums? Are galleries and museums still the place for this immaterial entity, based exclusively on digital practices, to be shown at? What platform this immaterial entity belongs to? The fundamental question that I asked myself was, what is art in 21st century? From the point of where I look at, it is no more and no less the end of representation as we know it. The end of the body of the artwork as a definable entity of representation of reality. The end of art as we know it, understand it, and relate to it. I offer you the first immaterial and intangible body of artwork application that is entirely nurtured by systems, Internet of Things, exclusively till now destined to support technological entities. My company uses all possible past, present, and future, or would like to use, IoT nodes deployed across the entire ecosystem to feed on data, to enable the creation of a new form of art, connected art. Digital mass, data, is the building matter of this new art. Unique data in a total autonomous database. Data is constructed and processed not to reach a meaningful end, but to reach a state of absurdity, where art becomes tech and tech becomes art. Unique data in a unique autonomous format. App, artwork, product. The data, digital mass, is put back into a different end formats of all possible underlying technologies and formats of the IoT, in this case, applications and VR. The company is a startup, but with an emerging concept of creating and distributing art throughout technology, connected art. As art is continuously evolving, so is our concept. The concept of this unique artwork is embedded in the IoT and becomes the only possible way of interaction and distribution of the immaterial artwork. It is made possible via web and mobile applications. Digital sculpture in augmented reality application is one possible end format for the intangible and immaterial body of artwork. The goal is to achieve a constantly expanding digital mass, data, that defines the immaterial body of the artwork and creates an infinite body of the artwork that contains and describes everything of what it means to be human, maximum amount of data in minimum amount of space. Connected art can be seen as a new and unknown dimension of the IoT industry and of the future 4.0, 5.0, and digitization of things. Our business model is based on the hybrid concept underlying connected art, limitless distribution and interaction between consumer and art product, using the integrity of the IoT infrastructure and all the underlying technologies. The app artwork is a new product with no apparent tangible or visual content that brings emotional value to data. Its content is a unique emotional data that brings artistic creation to the IoT as a value and investment, rewriting the essential of business models and social behavior in the digital landscape. As a result, we have adopted a single market behavior trying to embed connected art as one of the fundamental aspects of the IoT and focus in particular on the growing markets for smart homes and smart city. Smart homes are seen as the individual, personal, and private sphere of human life, and as such, could input a precious data feed to the creation of totally unique and personalized artwork. Smart city could be a fundamental data input for connected art as a source for a new form of public art project. Inputs of big data will feed the infinite body of the artwork, which literally transforms the pulse of the community into a unique artwork. I see connected art as a potentially the base for a new art industry with a disruptive business model attached to it, as the artistic creation process has been unrooted from the traditional art world ecosystem and implanted to the Internet of Things ecosystem. So I'm building the platform that will allow, first, maximum input of data, second, maximum processing of data, third, maximum outputs in end formats, fourth, maximum connectivity. This process is pending a patent application in the US, and I will be very happy to provide further information about the technicality of it in the near future. So thank you very much for your attention. And if you would like to try and have a look at one of the end products, it's just over there. You are most welcome. Thank you.